This one is going to be about the daimon. The daimon. So, in the ancient Greek religion, daimon designates not a specific class of divine beings, but a peculiar mode of activity. It is an occult power that drives a man forward or acts against him, since daimon is the veiled countenance of divine activity. Every god can act as a daemon. A special knowledge of daemones is claimed by the Pythagoreans. For Plato, daemon is a spiritual being who watches over each individual and may be considered his higher self or an angel, whereas Plato is called divine by the Neoplatonists. Aristotle is regarded as daimonios, meaning an intermediary to God. Therefore, Aristotle is to Plato as an angel is to God. For Proclus, daimones are the intermediary beings located between the celestial objects and the terrestrial inhabitants. So, the daemon is not a group of beings. No, not at all. It's a mode activity. The daemon is what is behind our actions. The daemon, let me say that again. The daemon is what is behind our actions. And actions, it, it will designate our karma. Karma means action. And what's behind these actions is the daemon. They called it an occult power that drives a man forward or acts against him. Because there are two daemons. The agathos daemon, which resides in the mind, resides in the noetic intellectual world, and the kakos daemon. That one resides in the material world, in the mortal world. The kakos loves material things. The kakos is prideful. He's spiteful. He's always angry. He likes to dominate. The kakos daemon likes to seduce. So you have to be careful which daemon you are feeding, the agathos daemon or the kakos daemon. If you choose to follow the agathos daemon, you will be closest to divinity, like it's claimed by all of these philosophers of ancient times. Metaphor, if you want to have an image, you have a little demon and a little devil in each shoulder, and you will decide which one you're gonna feed. Which one do you feed? So another thing was, um, Plato said it's a spiritual being who watches over each individual. Yeah, it watches us. Yeah, the daemon is behind all of our actions. It is the daemon that is tasting. It is the daemon that is experiencing. It is the daemon that is the actuator. The daemon that is experiencing and doing it all. It is the daemon that chooses everything. And we consider the higher self. It is the higher self, the angel. An angel, why? Because the daemon doesn't lie. The daemon is all about truth, facts, and wisdom. The agathos daemon, of course. But if you become possessed by the kakos daemon, then you become a demon of the material world. So Aristotle was regarded as a daemon, as a meaning an intermediary to God. Yes, there are those that through theurgy may walk with the gods, become an intermediary with the gods. So it's almost like I was thinking the analogy of those cowboy doors that opens both ways. That's the daemon. As above, so below. The door swings. You may have access to what's above. You know, what's below, in the other hand, doesn't affect what's above at all. What's below, it stays below. But the door swings both ways if you go with the agathos daemon, you see. The agathos daemon is in the mind, and the mind is that door that swings both ways, you know. The Kakos daemon, no, the Kakos daemon is of the material world. The Kakos is right here in the material, and daemones are the intermediary beings located between the celestial and the terrestrial. See, they make the bridge. They are that door that swings both ways. Um, it lets people elevate and walk with the gods, but only the ones who are wise enough. The ones who are not wise enough will not be, reflected above. So what's above, so below, but what's below, it's not necessarily what's above at all, at all. So, I think that's all I wanted to say about this.